Hi, everybody. PJ Kwong here, otherwise known as at Skating PJ. Okay, Garth is here too. Garth, come say hello to everybody. He may or may not come in. So guess what, guys? We have lots to talk about this week, especially about what's been going on in preparation for Worlds. There's Junior Worlds to talk about, and then, of course, everything else. So let me say, first of all, a big hello to all of my skating friends who are so fantastic at covering skating. Ryan Stevens, you're already here. He's with SkateGuard Blogspot. So the SkateGuard blog is great if you want to have all kinds of inside information. Hi, Courtney. Then there's Jackie Wong. You want to definitely follow Jackie Wong, especially from Worlds. And then who else can we talk about? We could talk about Bev Smith, otherwise known as at Bev Smith Writes. We've got Ted Flett. We've got International Figure Skating Magazine, just a cast of thousands. So make sure you get all caught up to speed. And just so you know, when I go to the World Figure Skating Championships next week, I will be putting in blogs sort of every night that I'm there, every night of the competition, plus a wrap-up blog, and that'll be on CBC Sports. That's going to be focused on all of kind of what's going on. So basically my moment of the day. And I'm going to want to see and hear about your moment of the day as well. So that's going to be on cbcsports.ca, kind of the same kind of blogs that I wrote from the Olympics. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Peggy. Greg, you're here. Great. And if you're not following Jackie Wong, you're not doing it right. Ryan Stevens, perfectly said, but people also have to watch and pay attention to you. So I had a great conversation that I started with offline, but I was still online, with my friend Shane. And we were talking about Trusova and her amazing performance at Junior Worlds, finishing with 2 quad jumps in her free program. Now, it was interesting because, hi, Lucia, so nice to have you here. It was so interesting, and Carmela, too, good to see you. It was so interesting to talk about this whole thing. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Nick from Aussie Skate says many records were broken at Junior Worlds. You bet. Trusova. Now, Shane seems to think, and I totally respect his opinion, I'm interested to sort of throw it out to everybody else, that these are elements that are too difficult for a 13-year-old, and that she is possibly doing her, hey, Denise, she is possibly doing her body some harm by having those quad jumps. I'm not really sure. I kind of think that there are amazing jumpers who are just amazing jumpers. I think back to Elvis Stoico as a young kid. His ability to jump was second to none. Before him, like in my day, there was Vern Taylor, who as a kid was an amazing jumper. He was the first person to ever perform a triple axel in competition. Hey, Vern, if you're out there. Hi, Moira. So what do you guys think? I think that it's really kind of an interesting proposition. So every time that something new happens in figure skating, we have a tendency to think, is this bad for the body? Is this bad for the sport? I don't know. So Nick's saying he saw Trusova in Brisbane, and the triples were effortless. She is also tiny, but you know what? She doesn't jump tiny. Now, I will say that there is lots there is lots to say about the fact that she needs to continue to evolve artistically. She looks very much like a junior. So Ryan, Midori Ito, or as I like to call her, Madorable, she was an outstanding jumper as well. Triple axel was just unbelievable. Susan Milliken says, ice skating suits young. I don't know that I agree with you, Courtney, about losing artistry. I think that if she was only doing triple jumps, she still needs to develop as an artist. Hey, Susan Haynes Joyner in North Carolina, thank you for joining us. You know what, Greg? That's what I say too. If they can do it, that's outstanding. All jumps, though, are hard on the body. You know what? It's not the jumps that are hard on the body. It's the landings. Take it from someone who knows. I wasn't that great at the jumping, and the landing was even worse. So there's my sister, Princey. Hey, sister. So what else do you guys have to think about Junior Worlds? I think that there was some unbelievable competition when we think about the fact that Evgenia Medvedeva in 2015 as junior world champion, 2016 senior world champion, did it again in 2017, and then Alina Zagitova, 2017 junior world champion, and now Olympic champion in 2018. I don't know that they are, Courtney. I don't think the jumps are coming first, but if you're going to win a competition, and that's what this is all about, you've got to be able to rack up the points, and if you're a good jumper, that's what you're going to do. So you have to use the skills that are available to you. But I totally respect your willingness to sort of put that on the record and to sort of say that. Lots of people believe you. Hey, Carol. Hey, Leah. So nice to have you here. So I don't know, Carol, from your perspective as somebody who's been in the game for a very long time, what do you think about the effect on the body of a 13-year-old like Trusova doing quad jumps in her program? I think she's an unreal jumper. It's kind of like Nathan Chen. Man, when you see that guy take flight, it's like watching a bird. He is unbelievable. Oh, interesting, Jessica. Now, Jessica is one of my colleagues from Invictus Games, and she's also a skating coach. And she says it's interesting to talk about the fact that does this mean that we're going to be having kids specialize? I know that there are kids who are starting off, let's say, in synchronized skating very early in the sport, almost before they've had a chance to explore anything else. I know that sometimes dance teams start off very early, as do single skaters. I mean, it's the same across the board. Is that something that is improving the sport, or is that something that is harming the sport? It's kind of hard to know. Arthritis in the knees waiting to happen. Courtney, you're probably right about that. But I wonder about like those mogul skiers who are very young. I wonder about like any kind of elite athleticism at the stage that they're doing it and at the kind of difficult tricks that they're trying to achieve. It's probably very hard on the body regardless. So I don't disagree with you there. That's for sure. So any early predictions for Worlds? I'm really excited to see Carolina Costner. I believe that this is her swan song. So I'm hoping that for Carolina that she has the best of the best of the best and is able to maybe even earn a world title again, like she did in 2012. I'm excited to see Alina Zagitova skate again. I'm sorry that Yevgenia Medvedeva won't be able to compete. Her foot apparently is still acting up. She needs to really rest it. It's kind of like Yuzuru Hanyu and his ankle as well. You know, there's no point in pushing it too early. The Olympics, that's one thing, but you got to take your time and rest. So many of the other skaters are taking Worlds off because of fatigue, and that goes completely in accordance with just how demanding the sport is. Courtney, I hope Gabby nails it too. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing? I felt that the quality of the skating at the Olympics, unlike other times when I've been at every Olympic Games since 2002, it's very interesting to me that all of the events were good. All of the events were well skated. You know what? And you're right, Nick. Saitama was where the Worlds happened after the Sochi Olympics, and it's the start of that next quadrennial. Greg LaRosa, I'm hoping Nathan Chen can nail it too. He was fantastic. And to see the head-to-head that's going to be Nathan Chen versus Shoma Uno, I think that that's going to be really interesting because Nathan looked like he had not a care in the world when he took the ice for the free program at the Olympic Games. He was sensational. I love the program that was put together for him by Lori Nickel, that free program. So I think that if he can skate it, that would be terrific to see. So who are you looking forward to seeing? That's what I want to know. I hope that we just see some great skating all the way across the boards. I'm really hopeful that Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Poget are able to really just unleash all the power that they have. I'd love to see them back on the podium. I would love to see, I think Gabrielle Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron rather, that they're going to take the title, I believe. And to see Caitlin Osmond skate like she did in Pyeongchang would be truly a thrill, that Olympic bronze medalist. I was delighted to see that she was going to the the World Championships. I wasn't sure. Often the medalists will just sort of take a pass, but the fact that she and Gabby Delman both are going, along with Larkin, I think is going to be fantastic. I agree with you, Courtney, that I thought Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier looked sensational at the Olympics. I'm looking forward to seeing Shane and Caroline and seeing what they can do at the Worlds. So who else are you guys looking forward to? I think that it's going to be great. Hey, Joan Stevens, there's a blast from the past. It's so nice to have you here. I'm so happy to see all of my skating friends, new and old, who are joining in, and even the occasional North Carolinian. Susan, you know I'm talking about you. So anybody else, like, what are you interested in seeing? I think that Paris is going to be a really interesting event, I think. I mean, that is going to be wide open. I'm hoping that Yevgenia Tarasova and Vladimir Morozov can have the skate that they didn't have at the Olympic Games. I love that team. I'm really hoping that they have a chance to really shine, although that free program is a tough sell. Laura, I hope so too. Won't that be fun? Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to seeing all kinds of friends in Milan. You know what, Jerry, before you got here, I would love to see Carolina Kostner really sail. Is that the right word in what she can do at these World Championships? Hubble and Donahue, Courtney, I'm hoping so too. I love them. We talked about how I think that she is a young sort of Anne Margaret. Somebody else said that she was a young Lauren Bacall. Either way, gorgeous. Peggy, Lubov and Dylan are not going to Worlds. So we have Camille Ruet and Andrew Wolf going in their stead, along with Julien Seguin, Charlie Bilodeau, and Kirsten Moore-Towers and Michael Marinaro. So Marquet and Hotarek, wouldn't that be fantastic, Joanna? That would be wonderful to see Valentina and Andre get on the podium. Anna and Luca, I think that they have been overlooked. I'm talking about Anna Capellini and Luca Lanotte. I think that they have been overlooked a lot in the last couple of years, along with Weaver and Poget, along with Hubble and Donahue. So I'd love to see those guys all rise to the top. That would be just a fantastic dance event, I think. And of course, to have them go up against Gabriella and Guillaume, I think that that's going to be just wonderful. Oh, you know what, Susan? I'm hoping you're going to learn about skating too, so that when I next go to North Carolina, we can chat. Yeah, you know what, Catherine? I am devastated too that Wen Jingsui and Song Han pulled out. I think that, again, exhaustion. I think that they have had so many injuries, so many setbacks, that for them to rest and come back, you know, full of spit and vinegar, as they say, and next season is probably the best way to go. Vanessa James and Morgan Seacrest, podium at Worlds. You know what? Ryan, I'm with you. Now, they tend to, I'm going to say, fall apart, not fall apart. They tend to get overwhelmed, let's just say, by nerves. So I'm hoping that they can just have two solid skates. Wouldn't that be great? They are fantastic. And you know what? She's from my end of the city in Toronto originally. My hair keeps sticking out. That's why I keep putting it back there. Anyway, but I agree with you. Greg, I don't know. I don't know about Lubov and Dylan. I haven't heard anything official, but I'm going to keep my eyes posted. And if there's anything that I can sort of post as I see it, I will definitely do that. You guys are all following me on Twitter, right? @SkatingPJ? Yeah, better be. And I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be more great video content coming. And as far as everything else, you got to make sure that you are checking out all of my skating friends. So Ryan, who's your pick for men's champion? I'm going with Nathan Chen. That's what I'm going to do. What are you guys going to do? Who do you think is going to take the title? I think Shoma was great at the Olympic Games. I think he's a wonderful skater. I think he's got to be a little bit tired. And I think that Nathan has something to prove. So that's why I think Nathan Chen is going to take it. I was wishing against all hope that I was going to see Javier Fernandez at these World Championships, but sadly that's not to be. So, and then for women, I think it's probably Alina Zagitova's to lose, but wow, at 15 years old to hold it together after winning the Olympic title. Can you hold it together for the World Championships? That's what I don't know. So I see that as a bit of an open door, although she is so consistent. And the way that she's able to rack up the points in the second half of that program, especially in the free, that certainly is to her advantage. So I'm interested to see, though, what the rest of you guys think. In ice dance, I think it's going to be the French. I mean, for sure. And then in pairs, well, I'm not 100% sure. I think that it likely will be, I think, Yevgenia Tarasova and Vladimir Morozov, but who knows who else is going to come out of the woodwork. That's the really cool thing. You know, Vanessa and Morgan can absolutely contend for that top spot, but whoever it is going to have an excellent skate top to bottom. Oh, I just realized something. What is wrong with me? Okay, I keep not putting the thing down. Okay, Shoma. Quite a few are talking about Shoma. Oh, Boyang Jin, Annie Yang, you're right. Boyang, what's wrong with me? I can't always think of it. Okay. I thought that Savchenko and Masso were not going to the World Championships. I have to double check. If they are going, then it's theirs. I thought for some reason that they were not going to be going to the World Championships. I have to double check, and I haven't written my preview yet, which will be up early next week on cbcsports.ca. And I'm interested, whenever I put my gold medal picks, I'd love for you guys to put yours as well. I don't think yet, Denise Fung, about Julianne Seguin, Charlie Bilodeau having a shot at a medal. They would need a lot of help. And what I mean by that is by many of the other teams making sort of catastrophic mistakes. They're there. They're just underneath. They're getting there. I love that team. I think that their energy, I love their freshness. I love their chemistry. But I think that they still need a few more miles to go before they are 100% ready to take over that mantle. I don't know, Catherine. I think that travesty is kind of a harsh word. I think that people choose programs. We're talking about Tarasova and Morozov's free program. People choose programs and music that they want to express. I've done lots of choreography over the years, and sometimes there's an idea in your head. Look at that wacky hair. There's an idea in your head, and as you're working with the music and as you're working with the skaters, the idea doesn't always come to fruition. Sometimes it's a question of taking a little bit longer, but sometimes it's just a question of either it works or it doesn't. So each program seems to have a life of its own. Gabrielle Daleman was skating to, I could see the costume. Okay, earlier this year, very, combative kind of character. What was that? Come on, somebody help me. I think that she realized that it wasn't really working in the way that she wanted it to. So she went back to Rhapsody in Blue, which was fantastic. Hi, Mimi. Just call them Bidar. I liked them, if I recall correctly, and Ryeom and Kim. I think that she's very sparkly. So I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm looking forward to seeing more from them. Catherine, I'm not even sure that they hated it, but again, we don't know what goes into the decision of the music. We don't know if it's coach driven. We don't know if it's federation driven. We don't know if it's skater driven or choreographer driven. So it's a hard sort of thing to sort of comment on. There are pieces of music that I like, Bruno Mars, that isn't everybody's cup of tea. It's like people were talking about Firebird being on the all-time band music list. I don't agree. I love Firebird. I would listen to it all day long. So my Firebird maybe not be your Firebird. So there are certain pieces of music. However, can I just tell you, if I hear one more Nessun Dorma, or what's the other one that just drives me completely insane, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just going to be very, very difficult. So Brenda Hill McIntosh, nice to have you here. So Mimi, I'm interested to know what you think of sort of the younger teams coming up. What do you think? I'm interested always in what all of you have to think. There, and I remember to turn up the, what do you call it? That's fine. Spartacus, thank you. Greer Patterson. Greer, you should be asleep. It's Tokyo where you are. Thank you for saying the spot on skating analysis. There might be a new Milan due. It depends on how much free time I have. As some of you may or may not know, while I was in Pyeongchang, I had a few hours off, and I said to myself, the hair needs doing. So I went to this great lady, and she actually gave me a fantastic cut. They could probably do something with me in Milan as well, because isn't it kind of a fashion forward kind of place? I'm more of a fashion backward kind of place. But anyway, let's see. Thank you, Ryan, for saying you love Firebird. You are my man. Annie, no more Carmen. Unless Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer do Carmen, and then again, Carmen all day long. Hi, Michael Webster. I'm coming to your town soon. I hope to be able to see you. And remember, podcast with you, my friend. Michael Webster is one of the, he's a caller from Italia. He's also a very famous coach, and he's somebody who was my co-announcer in Torino in 2006. We have lots to catch up on. Maya is over Phantom, Turandot. Ugh. Okay, Catherine, I'm with you on that. Turandot is just a little bit, I'm over it. You're right. I'm over Phantom 2, maybe, but certainly Firebird all day long. That's what I have to say. Anybody else? Marcos, you're here. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, guys, any other pieces of music that you are just sick of? Okay, I don't know how to tell you this. Moulin Rouge. I can't hear it anymore. Tessa and Scott, I love you. I love what you did with it, but I can't hear it anymore. So, oops, let me see. Oh, no, that's good. Firebird is lovely. Thank you. I'd love someone to skate to Raimonda or Paquita. I'm not exactly sure who Paquita is. I'm going to look that up. I wish Paul was here, because if Paul was here, he ditched on me this week. I'm not sure why. I do know why. And Glenda, thank you for joining us. And you know what? I was an honorary K-pop star while I was in Korea. You guys need to check out my Facebook page. Go a little bit further down and you'll see my very famous appearances on the Korean, what's it called? It's one of those shows. Oh, reality show. That's right. Reality show called The Kind Drivers. We had so much fun. Dirty Dancing. Wouldn't that be fun, Courtney? Oh my goodness. You've given me a great idea. And let's see. Okay, Josh Kernan. Okay, Moulin Rouge. See, we are on the same page. And Annie is as well. Who Wants to Live Forever? It's got to stop. The madness has got to stop. You know what, Catherine, though? Swan Lake, when you put an outfit like Zagitova's on, no, she wasn't. Sorry. Don't yell at me. She was Don Quixote. An outfit like Caitlin Osmond's for that Black Swan program. I loved it. Who Wants to Live Forever? I'm kind of over that one. Ave Maria. Yeah, Ave Maria to me is kind of funereal. I'm not really sure why I feel that. Okay, Maya thinks that the Polish team danced to Dirty Dancing 1 or 2 seasons ago. That's kind of interesting. You know what? I wish the ISU would introduce truly hip-hop. How much fun would that be to just have fresh, modern skating? Every so often we've got people who are attempting it. Like I love last year, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. They skated to some really fresh music. And first of all, that girl is sizzling hot. Whatever she's selling, I've always said this, I'm buying. Kalishek and Spodyriev. You know what? One of my favorite names to say. As you guys probably know, I have a couple of names that I really love saying. Aliev. Love saying his name. Don't ask me why. Let's see. We soundtrack needs a rest. Is we really, is we a soundtrack? We? I'm not really sure. I'm going to say Mimi knows what she's talking about. As we all know, I'm not really sure that I do. Jimmy Ma. Okay. Yo-Yo Ma. I love Yo-Yo Ma. Sex Bomb with Plushenko again. Jessica, when I see you, I'm going to slap you. There, I've said it. He would have been fun with his son, that's for sure. Okay. Are you guys going to make sure that you sign in to Facebook Live? Could be here. It could be on the CBC Sports Facebook page. I'm not really sure, but I will put out Twitter notifications. I am looking forward to your comments. Guess what? Because I'm going to find myself mostly in media seats in the building. I'm going to be watching some skating. So whatever you guys think you want to know about, no more Despacito. You know, Catherine, just in general, that's a good rule. No more Despacito. Sorry, Justin, it's just the way it has to be. No more Despacito. But really, wouldn't hip hop be fun? Come on. Come on, who's with me? Anybody? Anybody? Pink Floyd. Yeah. You know what? Pink Floyd, I remember that Tessa and Scott skated to probably about 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 years ago now. That's hard music to do. You know what, Susan? I think that Chalk and Bates, I hope that they have the skate of their lives at the World Championships. They deserve it. They have had a really hard time and some tough performances of late, and they work really hard. And as I feel with most of the skaters, you know what? I am secretly pulling for all of them. It looks to me like Dennis Tan is on the list. I'm really hoping that he has a great skate too. These are all fine people and worthy champions representing their country. So I'm hoping beyond hope that it's all great. Okay, guys, I'm going to look for one more couple of comments. Money, thank you. So it was 9 years ago. You know what, Nick? Thank goodness. What would I do without you? Because basically, without Paul, I'm lost. You know what? Tango Romantica, my favorite compulsory dance. That and the quick step. I love the quick step. I love skating to the Viennese waltz, and the fact that most people can't do it correctly, well, that's okay. Especially when they don't do the triplets right, you know, with the run step forward and backwards. But that's me, because I'm a sucker for good timing. Doreen Gardner Brown, thank you for joining me. Everybody else, I hope Dennis has a great skate. Thank you very much. Larry Joyner, also from North Carolina. I did get a hairdo in Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia. Home of, I don't remember who, but that was a trip that was very long time ago, and he is a naughty boy for bringing it up. When he and his wife Susan, we all went to Nova Scotia with my kids. It was so much fun. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys either in my virtual living room, on Twitter, or in the stands. If you see me, come say hello. I'd love to meet you face to face. In the meantime, at Skating PJ on Twitter, go follow me. If you don't have Twitter, just join. It's easy. It's free. I'll be on Instagram and posting videos, I think, on my YouTube channel. I'm up to over 800,000 views on my videos, and this will also be posted on my YouTube channel. I'd love it if you subscribe. That would be great. I'll be posting my blog again on Monday, and I just hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for joining me. Paul, we did it without you. Bye for now.